This video is intended for mature audiences seeking real talk, raw truth, and financial elevation. It contains credit and funding education, high-level financial strategies, strong language, unfiltered opinions. This content is for entertainment and/or educational purposes only, not legal or financial advice. If you're under 18 or not ready for real talk, this ain't for you. What if I told you I was broke, living in a motel, jobless, and I still got approved using a clean CPN? Listen, because 90 days ago, I ain't gonna hold you, I was what they would call crash out eligible. I had eviction notices, I had overdraft fees, I had no fucking hope, no fucking backup plan until I stumbled into this one thing that flipped everything for me. And if you're watching this and you feel like your options are running out, trust me, I've been there. I'm not even gonna hold you. You feel, a little, you run out of air in a way, claustrophobic in a way. I've been there. This video is exactly for you, right? You're exactly where you need to be. I'm walking you through what really happened when I used the CPN from day 1 to day 90. No hype, just the process, the results, and the lessons. See, when it came to me, I lost everything. Got let go from my job with no warning. My car got repossessed 2 weeks later. I was sleeping in roach-infested motels, riding the bus, applying for jobs that I didn't even want. It was that deep. It was that bad. You ever had a smile, right? You ever had to smile through the pain? Anybody had to smile through the pain or fake it, right? Just to keep moving through and moving forward, right? You already know how that feels, right? That's not what you want to do. I had to go through that, right? And if you're listening to this, you might be going through that too. And that's why I'm here, because there's options for some people that are unique, right? Everybody doesn't have A1 credit. Everybody wasn't taught the proper methods of credit, and they go through those fucking weird moments where, you're doing everything you can. You can't build your credit fast enough. You're trying to scrub that credit. You're trying to do Metro 2. You're trying to do everything. I get it. I've been there. But you need an apartment now. You need that car now. You need that everything now. I get it. See, on my journey, I came across this ad, right? This ad, I was just doing my research, right? Because I was a little desperate. I'm not going to hold you. We came across this ad and it said, need an apartment, but got bad credit? We can help. Because I was a little desperate, I'm not going to hold you. I took the chance and I looked into it, and, I looked into it and I reached out and they walked me through it, explained the CPN process, right? Obviously, I didn't understand it at all. I didn't understand anything of it. I just kind of just had to trust what I was learning, right? I followed the instructions, followed the directions, See, and during that time, I came across this ad. Need an apartment, got bad credit, need help. Yeah, I was skeptical as fuck. I'm not gonna hold you. You're supposed to be skeptical in those situations because you're like, yo, what? But you're desperate and you have no other options. That's why you're there. That's why you're researching. That's why you're online trying to find our alternatives, because you need it. I eventually, bought in, and, it was the best thing I did because they walked me through it, explained the CPN process. Obviously, I didn't understand it at all, but I followed directions. I was looking at it like, okay, step 1, structure the file clean. No recycled social security numbers, no red flags, matching addresses, date of births, and blah, blah, blah. This wasn't guesswork to me. At the time, it was more like, okay, I need to be surgical about this. So I kind of locked in, and it was like, okay, because they were showing me this, but it was like they weren't really piecing it together. So I had to kind of use common sense and piece things together. So that's what I did. So this is what I learned over those 90 days when I first started. Week 1, verified number, no fraud alerts. We were greenlit right off the bat. Week 2, got a virtual address, a new phone number, locked in LexisNexis. We were good. Week 3, added a secure credit card, signed up for rent reporting. That was only about $200, but it posted to the file right away. Applied for an auto loan and got denied. That's cool. I ain't gonna hold you. It hurt, right? I almost quit, but I kept building. I kept going. I had to be, I had to persevere because I had to remember why I was doing this. And that's the thing I want to say, because you're going to have those times. I promise you, you're going to have those times when you're learning how to create a new CPN. Most people want to pay. I can't speak to everybody who wants to pay for a CPN. I create CPNs all day, every day. And people hit me up in my DM, James, can you create my CPN? I want to teach you how to create a CPN. I feel like that's the best thing to do, because the moment you feel like giving up, most people quit there, right? I didn't give up, right? I don't want you either. You have to learn how to do these things yourself. You don't want to keep relying on random people that you don't know when you can do the same thing they did. I'm trying to show you how easy and simple it is. It's that easy and simple. You hear people talk about it, you think they gotta go into, like, it's not, it's easy. You could do this shit on your phone. Week 8, submitted a rental application using FormSwift, right? What I call the FormSwift method and Boom Pay method, right? And I'll teach you more about that in my ebook Credit Alchemy, so go check that out. But I was acting as my own landlord, right? I had a clean setup and I got approved in just 2 days. Week 12, check my file, 3 trade lines reporting, 690 credit score. Got approved for about $1,000 unsecured credit card that was offered in my inbox. People think a CPN is magic work or something. It's not. It's a mirror. Whatever effort you put in, you can expect that effort or whatever, that result, to come back to you. That's what you can expect. I'm keeping it real. But the thing about it is, for most people, and I have to share this with people all the time when I'm showing them and I'm teaching them, if you treat it like a shortcut, then you're going to get short-term disappointment, right? But if you treat it like a second chance, well, you can repair your whole situation. And remember, the whole reason you're in this situation, the reason you're even looking into this isn't about finessing people and all that bullshit you see online. It's about understanding structure, timing, patience. Right? That's exactly why I teach inside my ebook, Credit Alchemy. It's the full play, step by step. You won't miss a peep. Everything I have in there, everything I'm speaking about, you're going to learn it. It's going to be compact, understand, and easy to digest. If you want to see exactly how I built this file, what I applied for, what I used, how I did it, grab Credit Alchemy. It's only $55. It breaks down the whole thing with no fluff. Listen, you don't have to keep guessing. You don't have to keep shooting in the dark. You don't have to keep getting frustrated. I already laid everything out, right? I laid out the roadmap so you don't have to piece it together off some random IG post or Reddit threads or some type of Telegram group that ain't sharing shit with you. You ain't got to go through that. I done been through that. I'm trying to show it to you like this, like straight raw. Here it go. But here's the thing. What happens if you use a CPN wrong? Do you ever think about that type of stuff, right? Like what if you actually get caught? Ooh, like, you know what I'm saying? What do y'all think about that type of stuff? That's what I'm breaking down in the next video. What happens if you use a CPN and you get caught? Stay tuned because that shit gets real.